Baby, it's a sad birthday. Maybe you should just call me. Yeah, right. Honestly, baby, it's a sad birthday, just not phoning me. 'Cause baby, it's a sad birthday, and I'm gonna cry about you. Baby, this is my party, don't you think of me like any other day, just another sad birthday. Like any other day, just another sad birthday. Third shot, I'm wounded empty, I cry out, but no one's listening now. But I can't back down.
So I am having fun watching how he and his crew get work done. So they have been helping me out. But yeah, I've been doing the grunt work. Do you know what the grunt work is?
All the slough and the, you've got the sod barrels over your arms.
Yeah, it's pretty much. I'm laying sod, I'm shoveling rock. You've never seen such a hard day's work.
Well, I've never seen how level your backyard's been. They have done quite the job. You got the pool back there now. You've got a hot tub, fire pit area, but you haven't unleashed the Great Danes on it yet.
No, you can't release.
No, that's not Great Daneable.
Leash them out. Release them.
Release them. They've got their side pen still.
No, because they'll destroy the sod. It's got to get into the roots there. But yes, so I'm curious what everyone else has been doing to enjoy this heat. We had an amazing weekend, pal.
Amazing. It's come and gone in a blink, but we went through all 8 events that we were attached to.
All right.
I think every event was very successful.
Yeah.
A lot of patrons at all of them, including, if you go back to the IG Wealth Management Walk, the Alzheimer's Walk was a huge success down at Gillies Lake.
Well, let's talk about a little bit about them. Yeah, so let's talk about the Alzheimer's Walk. So they had their biggest walk in forever, maybe ever. That's right.
To date.
Yeah, that's right. So that's good for them. People were out walking in memories or in memories of someone, or just to help someone out. What's the word I'm looking for? It's not promote. What's the word?
You're in honor.
In honor of someone?
In honor of someone who has currently, been diagnosed with Alzheimer's, have been battling Alzheimer's, have passed away due to Alzheimer's.
I was looking for tribute, but yes.
Nice tribute to loved ones.
It was a beautiful thing. We got to learn a little bit more about Alzheimer's and dementia. Picture perfect day at Gillies Lake.
Yep, couldn't ask for better weather.
They raised the most money ever.
And again, for the first time, they had the Timmins, they had the Kapuskasing, and they had the Temiskaming Shores walks on the same day. And before we even set foot, the first path, the first shoe that hit the path at Gillies Lake, there were over $11,000 in donations.
So Chris is telling me, so we have two angles. So this is our wide shot.
Yeah, the wide shot.
So you got to look at that camera there.
Okay, we're looking over there.
And then this is our, I call it our mid shot.
This is the mid shot. So now we're looking over there. As they say, it's rude to point. Which one is it? It's this one.
Chris says he likes this shot, so we'll keep it on this one for a while.
All right.
The live icon's not blocking our faces. Oh, good point. Right.
Go back to the other one.
Oh, I don't see.
We're not getting blocked by the live icon.
Yeah, that's right. Maybe you are. As long as I'm not, Chris. Kinsman, you mind being blocked by a live icon?
I don't care.
You get seen enough.
I don't care if I'm blocked by a live icon.
Okay, so thank you so much for the invitation. And if you went out there, it was a beautiful day.
It was.
But before that, we stopped in at the DARE event at the Northern College
with Microchip Ontario.
Yeah.
And that is it was quite the day. They had a fun day for the kids set up at Northern College at the Emergency Services Complex. And from what we hear from the DARE folk, that was the biggest turnout for a Microchip Ontario and a DARE event.
So you enter information that gets direct about your kids, that get directly sent to the police. They don't, the Masons who put this on don't keep any of the information. So if your child was ever to get lost and you had this identification card, they would have a picture of your kid and description and DNA. And they were able to register the most that they've ever registered.
The most they've ever registered was on Saturday. So it's a great turnout.
And they have free events every month, the DARE group, and they're going to continue with free mini putting on June the 24th.
Yeah, June 24th, 11 to 2. The first 100 kids to play mini golf and to show up will get their game paid for by Don Marcoux and the folks at DARE Timmins.
I want to see how that how is that blocking your face? Do you have them on stretch screen, Chris? Because I'm looking at
right now,
Ronnie's
no
monitor,
live.
And I can see, okay, now let me help you out here. So I don't see any Facebook till right there.
So right there.
So I think your head's okay. Oh, you blew it.
My head is okay.
Just stay in this box.
I'm okay. Am I okay?
Yeah, on Facebook. Okay. Well, we'll go back to the other angle. So that was an amazing. Then we moved over to the Kelsa Day Parade.
Yeah, Kelsa Day Parade. Amazing again. Daisy Baines and her crew, and again the Sea Culture. They are loving their hospitality and the Timmins hospitality. It's nice to see their culture diving and people enjoying their culture and food. And they've got the new Punjabi restaurant, which if you watch every Thursday, Daisy Baines giving someone a chance to win a taste sensation with the Tally experience with the Punjabi restaurant. And Joanne Savard, who won last week's Tally experience, she says it was absolutely amazing. So if you haven't tried it, go to the Punjabi restaurant right across from City Hall there, 211A Algonquin.
So their festivities was free food. And then the parade, which was a brightness of amazing colors, great people.
The traditional dress.
Music, and just awesome all-around people, which concluded, if you don't know this, you should remember, with Jazzy B at Hollinger Park.
Yes, Jazzy B put on an extraordinary event at Hollinger Park, and I like the venue. Last year it was at Participe Park. eaten alive with mosquitoes. No mosquitoes at the Hollinger Park grounds. Again, that is the taste test. As we get set for Rock on the River. It was nice to see people pack in Hollinger Park where Rock on the River will be this summer. And again, Jazzy B wearing, he had an amazing Canucks jersey on that night, wasn't he?
Kinsman, pull open your phone and show me the show on Facebook. Because they say that in this view, your face is covered. But we have a previous
my face.
Open up your phone now. Resist. You can't send Tracy smooches right now because you are working. It's to look at the show. He's going to ask, where would you like to go for dinner tonight? I thought you were on Showtime. Klomp left you off. That prick let you out early?
Yeah, you let me out early. That's it.
Oh, you had your phone turned off.
I had my phone turned on.
Because is every show like this where someone's face is blocked off?
Well, let's hope
First I've heard of this. Tracy's laughing. Tracy's probably sending you messages. Get out while you can. Boss,
the boss let me go.
You could hit the patio with the cold beer. I snuck out. Anyways,
hang on. We're firing up the show as we speak. Well, but again, Jazzy B, it was great to see. I know someone posted on Facebook there was a drone found. Did they find the drone? Because there was a drone flying around. There was someone capturing Jazzy B. Got lost over at Park Road Square, so I don't know if that was the drone, but apparently someone had a post. I don't know if they got it back to their rightful owner.
Are you going to get to the page?
Yeah, I'm getting there right now.
The end of there you go. So click on that.
Yeah.
Are you going to get to the page?
There's no live thing on my face.
Okay. So
there's no live thing on my face. There we go.
Hold on. It could be on different phones. They watch it widescreen though, Kinsman.
I don't know.
Let me flip it back.
I don't know.
Keep it like this. Because there's always a delay on there. I think if it's on widescreen on the phone.
I think.
Well, if they tell us it's happening, it's happening. I believe it. I just want to make sure. I would never want my face covered with the like button.
Well, if we go this way, see, look, it goes like this. We go like this. It goes like this. There we go.
Okay. So
tonight's show,
we're going to keep it at this angle for tonight.
All right.
So Barb says she went to 4 events this weekend. Kelsa event, Canadian Tire, Multicultural, and to the bake sale that Gail had. So, yes, we want to talk about the rest of them. So let's go back to the Canadian Tire grand reopening.
Yeah, the grand reopening. We were part of 3 of the days of the 8, which, if you do the math now, they're on day 5, so they're still trucking through this week with more great savings. Again, what an amazing, time that we had there. Nancy, John, Greg, the new general manager there. Walk through, the greenhouse is amazing, and the hunting and the sport pro shop.
You know what I like the best? Because we were like Canadian Tire greeters, handing out flyers, and I think more people took flyers from me than they did.
You
from
think
you.
so?
Yeah.
He put it into a competitive spin.
Yeah. Well,
but no, more people were taking it from mine. It was how you were asking people for the flyer. You're like, do you want a flyer? They tell you that in Sales 101. You never ask a question with a yes/no answer.
But I have charm. I don't need your Sales 101. So this would happen.
So here's when people walked in.
You would stick a flyer and no one
right
wants
in their face. I said, "Here's your flyer." They have no choice but to take it because I drop it and they catch it.
You're out with your family or enjoying some time. You want a flyer stuck on your face. So when they say no to you, I told them my flyer had way better deals until they scoop mine.
The pity line.
The pity line.
But if you ask, they tell you that in sales. If you say, do you want this car after the test drive? Well, no, they get buyer's remorse. If you say, all right, let's go and sign the papers of your brand new vehicle, now they're going to take ownership. Right? So when you say, here's your flyer, go enjoy the 8 days savings at Canadian Tire, they're going to take that flyer, which they did.
I didn't like your approach there, Kinsman. On that.
Think I was too forceful?
Yeah. So Chris sent you
some flyer.
Chris sent you some screenshots, and we'll definitely look at that after the show because we don't want that to happen. So thank you so much, Chris.
Thanks, Chris, for watching.
We appreciate you.
Yeah,
what else do we want to talk about? The Multicultural Festival.
Multicultural Festival, 51st annual. It was an amazing day, Sunday, and again, talking to Marnie and everybody who puts that event on.
Yeah.
Probably the biggest traffic they've seen in many years.
Yeah.
And again, the 51st, nice to see. And again, they're a top 100 festivals list in Ontario now.
Tracy sent you a screenshot too. Now you're really going to believe it that your face is covered.
My face covered with the live.
Yeah. Such a great face. Can't have it covered. Don't boost his
Well,
ego
let's see.
anymore. Come
Let's
on
see.
now.
Hang on.
It's a great beard because Chris. Oh, now he's Kinsman's hooked on his phone. Okay, he never puts it down. Now he has an excuse to open up his Facebook Messenger and check his messages on the show. Okay, let's look at it. Oh yeah, you are covered. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm perfectly fine. So less of a crisis.
Well, that's it. Well,
That's not going to work when you flip it like that.
no.
Was so much fun, yummy food, Deb said. Sarah said, haha, me too. Now I'm wondering if she's talking about the Canadian Tire or the Multicultural
or the
Festival.
live thing.
Yeah.
So if I duck my head
Well,
like this.
we're going to be professionals and have a different setup next show.
Yeah.
But Multicultural Festival, 51st.
Yes.
Great food. And a lot of the countries, you know, I went home with so much food from so many different countries.
It was amazing. Stella from Lady Luck, she hooked us up. We had it was the corn nuts from the Philippines. Amazing. Yeah, best corn nuts I've ever had. The apple strudel from the Austria Germany booth. Everywhere you turn, there was something good to eat. Wanted to send a shout out. Holly Rodrigue, her bannock went flying off the shelves. The chili. By the end of the day, she was down to 2 bowls of chili. By the end.
You know what? You know what I did? You really don't know about this one because you were like got out of there before me. Then the guys at Peru stopped me and said, I got you chicken for you and Kinsman. And then I opened the chicken. It smelled so good. I'm like, Kinsman's too far away.
You ate it all.
You were like, you were already in the parking lot. I'm like, he doesn't want to be stopped by this awesome
Well,
chicken.
I had lunch
brought
from
it
Lady Luck, though.
Yeah.
I nibbled it. She gave us 2. I think I went through both of ours.
Did you eat my lunch there, Kinsman?
Chicken wings. They
this is
had
payback then.
the hot dogs and everything else that was in there. Yeah.
I'm wondering why my Lady Luck box was a little light. So you snacked my box.
I was snacking on your
Well, I don't
box
feel so
there.
bad about the Prue
No.
box I stole from you then.
Borden Kelly, the
Gerona's
Borden Kelly Lawyers website.
Yeah.
And again, it's as simple as name, last name, phone number, where you're at, and who's the parent guardian. You do your little online signature, and boom, you're in to go.
Yeah.
Or you can find it on our page, and we're going to post it in the
gonna
comments.
post the link.
Or you can message us how to get it. There's a million ways, but the biggest thing is to please pre-register for the event. And I know, people are looking for family-friendly events for their kids.
And this is a perfect night to come on out.
When my kids were young, they were impatient. They got bored quick. They had all the kids last year had a lot of fun. You're on your bike and you're meeting other kids, so it's a good time out.
And the seizure and brain injury
Sabic's
center will
gonna be
also
there.
be there.
Yeah.
That is our partner in this event. And they will be there to provide education on brain injuries, and they'll provide a coloring station for the children while they wait to try out the bike rodeo. And also our friends at Tim Hortons are also generously donating some coffee and Timbits for the kids and the adults. So it should be a great night.
Yeah, it is a beautiful thing. And Tracy was commenting, I have 4 kids. They're older now. And she wished they had this around when they were younger because, you start getting in the families 2, 3, or 4. Add in the cost of
That's a
living.
lot of money.
Everyone knows that story.
And that's why
this
kid,
is a nice thing.
some are riding without a helmet because they can't afford one.
Yeah. It's safety can be an expensive thing.
It is.
So this event, it is a beautiful thing. And I think Mark mentioned this. I don't know if you knew this stat, but you're right, believe it or not. If you get into a dinger,
you got to get rid of your
helmet.
helmet,
A new helmet.
and need to be refitted. And again, if your kids grow as quick as mine are currently growing, I've got a 7 and a 5-year-old. They're going to be properly fitted with a new helmet on Thursday. And
we have a couple.
Excited for the bike rodeo, by the way. My little guys are going to bring their bikes to try that out.
And
They remember that from last year.
And you're still on training wheels, so this may be your big day to get off.
No,
You're not on training.
Well, I'm not on training
just
wheels.
got off
No,
them?
my oldest just got off his training wheels, and my little guy, he's in that transition. He still has his.
You, Kinsman.
Well,
not your boys. That's natural. For
I
young
can
boys.
ride without the training wheels.
Okay, we'll find out.
We'll
in a
see.
couple
We'll
days.
see who can do the bike rodeo the best on Thursday. KLOMP or I.
Okay, so we had a comment and then a question I want to go back to. So Joanne said half the kids don't wear them helmets. They hang them on their handlebars. Will you send me those pics, Joanne? And I'll get Mark to educate them with the Seizure and Brain Injury Center.
Yeah.
But Selena asked a good question. I registered my grandson. Do we have to bring his bike?
You don't have to. You don't have to bring the bike. There'll be some bikes that are provided
Just
so
show
he
up.
can participate in the bike rodeo. So
That's right.
And just show up.
yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Have
And-
some fun.
And Joanne said half of them is better than none of them wearing them. Yeah, so it all starts. It all starts with that. I got teenagers, like they go out, they wear their helmet, at least when they leave the yard. I hope they're wearing it after. But they should. I mean, I've talked about the importance of it.
And again, you know, it's free for anybody showing up. And again, big thanks to Gerona's Board and Kelly Lawyers for footing the bill for this. You know, aside from it, you know, yes, it's free. You know, there's always a price tag, and you guys and gals over there always, you know, stepping up to the plate every year for this.
Well, we hope to make it an annual event. We had our first annual last year, and that's our intention.
So
moving
far,
forward.
so far it's
So
going to be
far,
a bigger
it's good.
success
Yes.
Yeah.
this already. So
Yeah.
You said over
Compared to last
217, you know, going into the show, probably even more. You know, people sharing the link again. If you know anybody who wants a free bike helmet for the little ones, again, you could have 10 kids in your family. You could have a Klomp-sized family. They'd all get free helmets if you register them between now and Thursday. And there's slots up to 350 to go.
Corey Robin, he asked me why my family keeps growing. I'm like, I'm not bringing any more wine home. Like, it's completely done. I'm passing that LCBO and, you know, just get the water from now on, Kinsman.
You've got
But
the
yes,
Brady Bunch happening down there.
Yes, I do. So it is a beautiful thing. So I wanted to ask, so, you know, working with your folks' firm in the last couple of years, you guys are really involved in the community, many events. That's been a staple mark of the firm because it's been around for how many years?
Since 1970.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Very much involved in the community
Yes.
since the beginning.
Yeah, so that's, you know, we firmly believe in supporting local and giving back to our community. So that's what we do.
And as employees, we enjoy it just as much. You know,
Giving back and being
yeah, for
part of
sure.
an award-winning,
For sure.
you know,
We have a big-
organization.
Yeah, we have a great team of employees that are always willing to step forward to help out as well. So, you know, it's not like we're looking for people all the time. They're always there. So that's great too.
People willing to help out.
Willing to help out.
Got to
and,
keep
to
employees
give back.
happy.
Yes.
Tricia says, say hello to Shannon Clark for me, please. Miss her beautiful face.
Aw.
Tricia misses your beautiful face, she says. And Joanne asked, do they still stop kids wearing helmets and give them free bowling passes? I believe the police did something last
I
year.
think they do that
Yeah.
still. Do they
Probably.
not? Yeah.
That's outside of this program, but they did do something last year to
They
reward
keep,
them.
yeah, they reward kids for having their.
You can give them a thumbs up selfie.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. You want to do that? Like, that really makes you cool in high school, you know? No wedgies if you get one.
That's it. No, you get the thumbs up.
But it is an awesome thing. You're laughing at a couple
No,
of the joke.
sorry.
The mandatory laughing is a requirement of
He
our guests
paid
here.
Shannon
Yeah.
to laugh at these.
Yeah.
yeah, that's right. What are the ages again for the kids? It's elementary school, right?
Yeah, so if they attend at school, so between the ages of 3 and 4 up to grade 8, so that's what, 11, 12?
Okay.
Yeah.
Can get a helmet.
And there's a lot of other folks involved. So you mentioned the partnership with the Seizure and Brain Injury Center. We love them over there. Brand new ED. We know them, right,
Yes.
Kinsman?
Yes, we do.
And who else have you partnered with? Because the helmets have to come from somewhere.
Yeah, so O'Reilly Source for Sports. So they're the ones who supply the helmets. That's where we purchase them from. And the Porcupine Health Unit as well. Tim Hortons with your donation of the coffee and the Timbits. We have the Timmins Police, the City of Timmins, who have provided the space for us at the Sportsplex, as well as Lelou and 92.1.
And the Daily Press actually
Yes.
will be doing a small, they'll be posting tomorrow about
Yeah.
the event as well. So, and they'll be attending.
Yeah.
So a lot of community partners
A lot of
to
community
get
backers.
to get the
yes.
message out,
That's it.
and then make sure people have an amazing time. because there's one thing about promoting a message, but you want families to have a good time or else they won't come back. And I tell you, we saw a lot of smiling faces last year.
And again, they all came in to be a part of our live. We're going to do our show there live.
Oh, that's right.
On Thursday. So again, we'll have that crowd behind us. People enjoying the bike rodeos. I know my boy's looking forward to the bike rodeo this year. And of course, my oldest looking forward to doing the bike rodeo without his training wheels. Last year, he had the training wheels.
And I'll have to add, they have to be present to win the bike.
Okay.
So, and so I would stay till 7:15, even if you have your helmet and you've done the bike rodeo, just because you have to be present in order.
Got to
win
be
the bike.
present to win. And I know my little guy's eyeing a newer bike, so this is a perfect opportunity to put his name into the draw.
Yeah. So that's at 7:15.
Yep, 7:15. We'll do the draw live on our show.
Yeah.
So the doors open at 6, 7:15 the draw, but the event goes to 8 p.m.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So we'll be there till 8 o'clock.
We'll have to start our show earlier that night, Kinsman.
I think so. Probably
There you
about
go.
6:45, 6:30-ish, and we'll capture some of the action of us going through the bike rodeo. See who can do the course
Easy
properly.
me. I know this answer. It's going to be me.
Oh, it's
You're a
not.
little bit shaky there on the bike, right?
We'll get
But
Ron's
haven't
video
you been
bike going
working
through there.
out? So
You think?
never know.
Don't boost his
I
confidence.
don't
He's got- yes, he does look good, but it's not in like athletic strength.
No,
He's more of a cosmetic strength guy.
cosmetics. Right.
Cosmetic, right? But
Yeah.
awesome event,
Yeah.
and your firm's so involved in the community. I know you do a bunch of other things, and something coming up in June. Are we in
Yes.
June yet, Kinsman?
Not yet.
Okay, so next month I can still say there's a
June
big
17th.
event
Yes.
with the Seizure and Brain Injury Center. So what's shaking there?
So that's the Color It Up run. So we'll be at one of the stations. So Jeronis Bordeaux and Kelly Lawyers will be at one of the stations to throw some color on some of the runners and the walkers. And yeah.
That's right.
That's a lot of fun too. If
we
you
were
haven't
part
been
of this
that.
last year
Yeah,
also.
we were,
Yeah.
and you start off with a blank canvas, a plain white shirt, and at the end of it, it looks like a million different colors, which is beautiful.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
You walk or run around Gillies Lake,
Yeah.
and there's stations
And then they
everywhere.
splash it with colors.
in all types of colors, and obviously at the end you have this awesome tie-dye T-shirt, which I still have mine. But they said, "Am I going to wear? Why would I wear a tie-dye T-shirt? I would take away the fun of it, right? I
Right.
got to wear a new white one."
Gotta wear
Right?
a new white
Does that
one
make sense?
and then sign it with the
Yeah.
year to say that you took part and participated.
It's a great family event as
It
well.
is,
yes.
There's a barbecue, there's kids, there'll be another coloring station. I think there'll be some blow up.
The foam party.
The foam
and-
party.
Yeah, the
and
foam
the
party's
rock
gonna be awesome.
climbing.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So
It was a great time last year, and we had the perfect weather for it. So
So
Well, we're
fingers
gonna
crossed
have
we'll
the-
have perfect
Well,
weather
we'll
this
have
year
the
for it.
perfect
Yeah.
weather.
rain or
again.
shine, it's still happening. So.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was an amazing event. So, just another example. It must be, this is 2 events back to back with the Seizure and Brain Injury Center. That must be one of your stronger connections in the community.
Yes.
You never want to rank them, of course, but that must be a very important partnership to the firm.
Yeah, and we work closely together on a lot of these events and fundraising events, and this is their biggest fundraiser, right? So
Yep.
we like to help, and I think it's an important cause.
That's right. And if you remember when we had them on for Epilepsy Day, they were saying like there's a lot of rural areas that are underserviced. And so they're spread thin here because of these rural communities
Very,
they have
very
to support.
spread thin,
Their
yeah.
hopes and their dreams, and hope it comes true, is one day that they'll have centers in these small communities. So every dollar generated from these events is very important to the folks over there. And you found the amazing work that they do, working with clients and working with families and educating the public. It's essential.
Yeah, very essential. And again, going back to that day, stating, organizations outside of Barrie, between Barrie and Timmins. Timmins is the
Go-to place.
go-to place in the north.
Right.
After Barrie, there's all that open space. And again, Timmins is picking up the reins here.
You see how I can fill his words there, Shannon? Pretty impressed.
Yeah,
Right.
He knows my
very much.
cliches
Yes,
by now.
that's right. Well, you thought they were coming in to give you a lawsuit for cliche infringement. You were worried.
I did hear that.
Yes,
Yeah,
you did.
yeah.
But no, he's off the hook, right? We're all clear?
Yeah.
You're all good, kids.
We're all
It's
good.
another firm suing.
She's
Thank God.
taking notes. She's going to report to Dad there. Okay. Have you seen what they done to this space?
Well, you tell Dad my office is perfectly clean. Him, Brown.
Mine is organized chaos.
He writes a lot of music. He posts it on SoundCloud. He posts a lot of his music on SoundCloud. Mystic Miss on his SoundCloud. He posts a lot of songs.
His
Yeah,
dad. I've heard a few. I've heard a few of Frank's songs.
Quite the established musician.
Yeah, I think that's pretty awesome. And he also writes about the weather. Frankie inspires him to do some weather-related music. Yeah, that's right.
To tune in and see Frankie in action.
Frank, maybe like you can get your songs on one of like the Weather Network or something. It might be perfectly tuned for them.
That means more people be listening to my dad's song.
That's right, Frankie. Oh, Frankie, I seen you post today about Frankie McDonald bobbleheads. Are you getting more? Are there different ones? What's happening there?
And he's going to write more. And it's more people listen to my dad's song.
Yeah, we need more people listening to his dad's songs. What about your bobbleheads? Can we still get them?
It's going to be released in June, according to Phil Schuyler, the CEO of National Bobblehead Hall of Fame. Phil Schuyler is the CEO of Bobblehead Hall of Fame in Wisconsin.
Oh wow,
Bobblehead.
Frankie is
All
over the world here.
Yeah, pretty exciting stuff.
And did you hear about this? And my bobblehead will be wearing a cowboy Frank Dow bobblehead this time.
Wearing a cowboy
hat.
Cowboy hat.
I like it. I need to get myself a good cowboy hat. I don't think I would look as good as Frankie though.
No.
Frankie looks good in a cowboy hat. So Brandon, let's get back to Brandon for a second.
He's in Alberta. They just had a tornado touchdown there today.
So tell us about when you get a tornado in Alberta. Is it one of these Kansas tornadoes where you're in the bunker and homes and cows are flying in the air? Or is it like sort of it causes some damage? What type of tornadoes are in Alberta?
Well, the one that we just had about 10 minutes ago was classified as a land spout tornado. So it develops from the ground up and usually from cold core funnel clouds or anything like, cold core funnel clouds. So it kind of looks like a dust devil, but it is actual tornado because it's attached to the cloud there. So you have a funnel cloud from the cloud and you got the, you've got the kind of the ground up circulation there. So it was, that was the situation today just outside of Stettler here. So I don't think it did any damage, but we had a couple storm chasers on it and they got some good footage of this tornado today. So it's going to be, it looks actually pretty incredible. Turn this camera around, show you a picture of it, but it looks pretty cool.
We'll clear the comment there, Ryan, so we can see exactly what he's going to be showing us here. And then I have a question about storm chasers, but I want to see what he's showing us here.
All right, so there it is, right there.
Oh, snap!
Oh, wow, eh?
Near Stettler, Alberta there.
Hear the comments for a second, Ronnie? Can you show us that one more time?
Okay, I'll try to show you one more time. So there it is there. So that's the land spout tornado. And there's the funnel cloud there. There's the circulation at the bottom there. So it happened kind of out in the middle of nowhere. So we don't expect much of any way of damage, but
pretty exciting.
Yeah. It's not like Timmins, they say tornado, and Kinsman's hair barely moves. Like that. Like that.
The lawn chair tips over, right?
Now that,
not too much storm chasing here, but it does happen, though, does it?
It does, yeah. I'm part of that. I've been doing it on and off for 10 years. It's challenging and fun at the same time.
Yeah, that's right. Storm chasing sounds like a career I'd like to be in. Brandon, so is this like, when you say storm chasers, is this like the movie Twister where they're getting in the van, the cameras are out, they're trying to get to the focal point of the storm for the best footage? Is this what storm chasers actually do?
Oh, yes. That's exactly what they do. A lot of them, especially in the United States, that is a very, very popular thing. You have a lot of competition in the U.S. Not many storm chasers in Canada as there is in the U.S., but still, it's still a popular thing. They all get in their vehicles and they go, when there's a day like today where there's a chance of discrete supercells, they get on to, they get in their vehicles and they chase that storm, hoping for, well, what you saw there about 10 minutes ago, that tornado to touch down and get the best footage of that and cameras out. Oh, yeah, it's very popular.
Yeah. And I see, like, Tammy just made a comment, can't even imagine chasing, but I think I would like enjoy doing, like, getting right in the.
Well, you can just imagine the adrenaline, your sweaty palms. You know, you're chasing something that yes, looks fascinating, but also can be dangerous.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially extreme meteorologist Reed Timmer, he's chasing tornadoes and hail and things like this. He better watch out for large hail because large hail can break windshields of the cars and things like this in central states. When it's a large hail in central states, that can smash windshields and things like this. Aaron J. Jack that met me in person on September 23rd, 2022, the day before Hurricane Fiona hit Sydney, Nova Scotia.
Yeah, well, see, Frankie makes a great point. It's not just the tornadoes and the twisters. Like, not everyone's Bill Pullman.
No.
Even though I think I could pull that off. You could be Helen Hunt there, Kinsman.
Helen Hunt.
But
I've got more
nonetheless,
hair.
the hail too.
You can be Helen Hunt with your lid.
Yeah, I could. Helen Hunt has a beautiful head of hair, and I can't pull that off.
No.
Amazing actress, by the way. So, Brandon, let me ask you a question. Frankie brought up the hail. That could be dangerous. What's the biggest size hail? And then I'm going to ask Jonathan, what's the biggest size hail that you've physically seen?
Well, the biggest size hail I've seen is like golf ball size.
Wow.
Also, in this area here, we've also had up to softball size hail. So, yeah, that's the biggest hail that we've seen in this area.
So would you be more scared of a tornado or hail?
Well, a lot of the storm chasers here, they do not want to get their cars damaged, so they try to stay out of the hail core as best as they can, so they don't get hail damage because that can be expensive. But always good to see the tornado at a distance. That's always probably the best.
Okay, Jonathan. So here's your scenario. It's hailing.
Yep.
Golf ball.
Yep.
Maybe softballs.
Yep.
Are you out in the vehicle giving us the footage?
I can try. I've never done that before. The largest size hail I've seen in Timmins was marble sized.
Marble size.
Yeah,
okay.
that could do damage too, just as much as the
sure
golf ball
can.
size
Yeah.
hail.
But being a professional, weather guru, where, like Brandon was just saying, there's different sides of the storm to stay on, to stay away from the hail.
In fact, when it comes to wet storm clusters, hail can be localized. Like I've seen comments about people in Timmins. You can have a hailstone that's maybe in downtown Timmins, and Melrose is clear. You can have a hailstone falling in South Porcupine with just rain showers in Timmins. Very tough to pinpoint. It's like drawing coordinates that Mikey would do. Not Mike, Frankie, I should say. I'm sorry about that. But I've seen nothing more than just marble-sized hail, which is enough to damage windshields on a vehicle.
Yeah. So here's our hail. It did break siding up. Yeah. So that's marble-sized hail. What about you, Frankie?
That means that sometimes you get baseball-sized hail that can smash windshields down in the States. That means you better watch out for hail. Stay away from windows. Stay in interior houses, especially big hailstorms down in the States.
Oh, yeah. Well, I agree 1,000%.
And up down in Antarctica, it's 24-hour darkness down below Antarctic Circle. Their southern hemisphere winter starts on June 21st. It'll be dark for 24 hours a day. Sometime in the end of July, the next sunrise will take place down below Antarctic Circle, like McMurdo Station, South Pole Station. That'll be a few months away. Then it'll be 12-hour daylight, 12-hour darkness, and Amazon Scott South Pole Station and McMurdo Station on September 23rd. Then it'll be the 24-hour daylight, 24-hour darkness up in the North Pole at the same time.
Frankie brings up another great point. Frankie always brings up these great discussion points, but because way up north, hopefully I got that right. Yeah. Antarctica, right? Do I have that right?
Yes.
Arctic is up north.
The Arctic, Antarctica is below.
Way down south. 24-hour darkness. So let me pose this question to you. We'll ask Brandon. You have a weather opportunity to go down to Antarctica, but you have to be in 24-hour darkness to catch all the amazing things that happen there. And I'm only going to list icebergs because that's my knowledge. But I'm sure it's very beautiful. Do you take it? Do you mind the darkness?
I don't mind the darkness, but the minus 80 degrees Celsius might be.
That's the deciding factor right there.
Yeah, that's right.
Bring your lip balm to the lip chat.
Minus 80.
Minus 80 on a good. That's without wind chill.
And if did your hear about this? They had to deploy in the military to clean up a Hurricane Fiona last year in September. They had to deploy in the military, clean all the trees and things like this, and in Worcester, Park areas. The military had to be stationed up to Mayflower Mall because of Fiona knocking down trees, bring down power lines. All the power companies and military teamed up to clean up.
Yeah, he's right. I mean, you usually get one or two very treacherous storms in the States, hurricanes, Katrina, Fiona. So, who can answer this question? They name the hurricanes. Does it go alphabetical?
It goes alphabetical order, both Atlantic and Pacific.
How often do the names, because I know the names do get recycled every 7 or 8 years. Does anyone know that, Frankie or Brandon? How often do those hurricane names get changed over?
I think every year, every season they get changed
Every
over.
year, okay.
And they use a different set of names. So like last year was, forget what the name is this year, but it goes from male to female.
When Fiona and Ian retired because it was really bad storm, did a lot of damage, cost a lot of billions of dollars of damage in USD.
They retired. Now, if I go like Ian, Jake, K, I could pitch for Hurricane KLOMP because we're getting close to K. Because you don't want to use Katrina again. That was devastating.
Mm-hmm.
You know, many fatalities. Many people lost their homes. Say we go to KLOMP.
Off Katrina and the other storm called Superstorm Sandy in 2012 destroyed amusement park.
Who, based on, we're talking about the wild storms now in the United States, who provides the best coverage of these storms? Is it CNN? I always find CNN, like, really, they have their reporters in the heartbeat of it all. Wow.
Some of them though. You see some of the footage where it looks like they're hanging on to like tree trunks, and then you see people walking behind the footage, wearing their shorts, walking to the store.
Right, with the margarita, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So who's
last
your
year
go-to when it comes to weather?
Last year in September, Aaron Jajak was in the center of the Hurricane Ian, the eye of the Hurricane Ian. Aaron Jajak was in the center.
Oh, wow. So right in the thick of it. Yeah, see? I think I'll ship you down, Kinsman, for Hurricane KLOMP. Golf ball hail.
Golf ball size
hurricanes and tornadoes at the same time.
Some souvenirs.
and a risk of a sunburn, too.
That's right. What do you think? My dad, Frank McDonald, played a song on the radio. That's my father. That's Daddy. He played it on the radio.
Oh, the song has made it to the radio, Frank?
And CKUW 92.5 FM in Winnipeg, and another radio station in St. John's, Newfoundland.
Oh, well, congratulations.
Well, yeah, congrats. That's awesome.
That's really impressive.
It's a great accomplishment.
And please, check
your
out
songs played on a radio.
If you just joined us, that's Frank McDonald. That's Frankie's dad. Most people could put two and two together there, Kinsman.
My dad have to press the unmute button.
Oh, his dad has to press the unmute button.
He's on top of me, boy. He knows me good.
Hey,
everyone.
It's nice to have the reminder. So what song of yours is getting radio play?
I wrote a song called Euphoria. So that's the one that got on the radio.
Nice.
And what's the song about?
It's about many different ways to heighten your senses, and there's more than one way to get high in the world, and whatever floats your boat, sort of thing. I don't know. Right. It's about a whole. My songs often mean a different thing to whoever listens to it. That's the way I try to write the lyrics. So
different meanings to different people, so you can get your vibes in many different ways.
Different ways,
yeah.
That's the way I like to try to write lyrics. Yeah. It's important.
I'm pretty impressed. I think you need to write a song about storm chasers. I think we're on to something here.
Yeah, storm chasing could be an exciting song.
Yeah.
Hurricane
KLOMP rips up the country. Here comes the storm chasers.
Let's go with what they say. Everything's been written about 1,000,000 times, so it's hard to come up with new ideas, right?
Well, new and fresh ideas.
That's right.
Yeah.
What do you? So Nicole says she'll have to look up your music. And once again, your music is found. Sorry, was it SoundCloud?
That's correct. Yeah.
So on SoundCloud.
SoundCloud, Mystic Mist.
Mystic Miss, if you're looking up Frank, that's his artist name.
Miss.
That's right.
Yeah,
like
you can
it.
find me either way, Frank McDonald or Mystic Mist.
Frank McDonald or Mystic Miss. So what goes on for you, Brandon, like being so connected to the pulse of the weather? Is it more exciting for you in the warmer months or the colder months? Because we're in Canada.
That's a good question. I like that.
Yeah. Well, for me, I always love a supercell thunderstorm rolling across the prairie, and covering these things is a lot of fun, I have to say. So I really like the warmth and the summertime thunderstorms every year over, sadly, the snow. I know everyone likes snow in Timmins, but supercell thunderstorm, you get a tornado warning, it just gets me going and
gets the blood flowing.
Yeah,
gets the blood flowing. That's right.
Well, what about you, Jonathan? So, like, you live in Timmins.
Yep.
As you know, Brandon said, a lot of snow. You got to cover the snow.
Yep.
But do you get excited when it starts to get warmer, or what beats your pulse?
Me, it's springtime. It's the transition to melt the snow from winter to spring into summer.
Mm-hmm.
I love summer thunderstorms, not for the destruction that Mother Nature does and how it hurts people. I just like watching the sky get really dark to the west and having a shelf cloud approaching the city and everyone scurrying. In the wintertime, we hate snow, though the snow enthusiasts love it, but I love watching a blinding snowfall just for the fun of Mother Nature's behavior. It's heartwarming.
Well, I like it. Everyone
excited.
Everyone has well, we're talking about people who are passionate about the weather.
Yep.
I love it because this is how I tell the weather's changing.
Yes.
I know it's going from cold to hot because Kinsman takes off his dad mitts and wears sandals. So I know the temperature has changed.
The transition season has begun.
He goes from toque to ball cap.
That's right.
But now I got all these weather experts. I don't need your
boots
clothing
to sandals.
Yeah, that's right, Frank.
I was going to mention something else too. For all the viewers watching the comments, thanks for the comments, guys. Kapuskasing Airport reached 32.5 degrees Celsius today for 2 hours, which is 0.1 degree off from the 1995 record or 1996 record. So they were a little bit warmer than Timmins, but they were just so close. But no cigar.
Are we talking record hottest day ever or hottest day for this date?
The hottest day for this date, set back in 95 or 96.
Oh, wow.
So the Kapuskasing almost hit it. So if you're in Kapuskasing, kudos to you.
Yeah.
A record-breaking warm day.
So let's do some bragging. Maybe we're going to win here for once.
Mm-hmm.
Frankie, what's the temperature where you are right now?
Right now, temperature is around 27 degrees Celsius and 28 earlier in the day in my hometown of Sydney, Nova Scotia.
Okay, so that's one. We're higher for once.
We're higher.
We're always lower.
Well, how about Frank? Frank, what's the temp there in Halifax? Oh, hit the mute.
The future here for this, it's going to get cooler, it's going to get warm, and then it's like there's spring and fall. That's a dramatic up and down temperatures. That's spring and fall.
Well, let's get Frank. Frank, if you hit the unmute button, we want to know what the weather's like in Halifax there.
We're showing about 19 degrees here right now.
Okay, so 19.
All right. So 19, comfortable,
sunny and windy. It's good for the fires or bad for the fires, whichever way you want to look at it.
Oh, the wind's terrible for the fires.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. We're in, and I know you folks are that's always bad in the East Coast. It's terrible.
Yeah.
So we hope that calms down. But for you, Brandon, give us this Alberta weather, and I don't know if you're going to top us or not, but you heard from John what we're cooking.
Can you beat Kapuskasing, Brandon?
I don't think I could beat Kapuskasing. We're 29 degrees right now. We've got a little bit of cloud, but we've got a little bit of heat here. So it's kind of a dry heat, though. So there's no humidity or anything like that. So it's bone dry, but it's hot.
John, Natalia says
that's my
hi.
daughter. So my wife and daughter are watching. Just like this on the Red Green Show.
Well, you gotta give them a big
Hey guys, many kisses to you. I have a lot of fans in Timmins.
There you go.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
People love the weather.
That's awesome, man.
Hello
to John's family. Yeah, I call him Jonathan. I'm being too formal.
That's okay. You can call me whatever you want.
John.
I see a lot of people on your list, on your chat list as well. Tessa says hi. So hi, Tessa. Hi, everyone.
There you go.
Well, people know you from Best Buy.
That's right, Best Buy Technology, and I do DoorDash delivery on the side. So if you're looking for a meal, I get back to the community with delivery meals.
Well, no food for Ronnie because you saw what he does. He sticks his
put that breakfast sausage in our lighting.
That's hilarious.
All right, Kinsman, I have another question. So we'll go the other way around. We'll start with Brandon this time.
Okay.
So Timmins, you know, the joke is if you don't like the weather, wait 10 minutes. But you know this. So I'm going to ask you, you're going to have to give me the answer to this, Jonathan.
Okay, I'll do
so
my best.
what's the biggest change in temperature from one day to the next that you remember here?
I can even answer that with a standard heavy thunderstorm. I want to say maybe 11 to 12 degrees, sometimes 15 degrees.
In one day?
Yeah, one day. But if a cold front is nasty,
yeah,
let's say I can track cold fronts from Kapuskasing to Timmins within maybe 2-3 hours. Mm-hmm. You can go plus 30 down to maybe plus 15 in just 1 hour with a maybe Brandon could attest to this, maybe like a supercell with a cold front, 15-degree temperature difference. And he's shaking his head. That's good. Yeah.
Yes. So here in Alberta, our weather can be crazy. It can go, well, I could probably beat you on this one, actually. We went from one weekend of 30 degrees on a Saturday to a snowstorm the next day, which dumped at least 30 centimeters of snow. So
no kidding.
Day to 30 centimeters of snow with thunderstorms in between with a cold front. So that's one thing I can remember. And then another time we had we went from like 12, 13 degrees in the afternoon there, and we had severe thunderstorms develop in one afternoon. And that actually produced a funnel cloud. This was back in April of 2019. And then by the evening, we had a raging blizzard going through. So we had a severe thunderstorm warning and a blizzard warning on the same day. So our weather is almost as bonkers as Northern Ontario.
That reminds me, Brandon's touching on a good point with dates. I'm statistical, just like Frankie is. November 30th, 1990 in Timmins. We had a thunderstorm in the morning, severe thunderstorm watch, and we had a wind warning, and my neighbor's roof almost got ripped off the house. By 7 o'clock that evening, we had a winter storm warning. December 1st, Timmins woke up to about 20 plus centimeters of snow. So all within 24 hours, you got from summer to winter, just like that. Welcome to Timmins.
Wow.
It's a sad birthday, just not for me. 'Cause baby, it's a sad birthday, and I'm gonna cry, cry, cry about you. Baby, this is my party, don't you think of me like any other day, just another sad birthday. Like any other day, just another sad. Just older, got a nasty chip on my shoulder. Your promise, my weakness, said you'd be here, and I believed that you can keep your flowers and all your stolen hours. None the kinder, still a liar. Sorry, baby, there was a fire. Baby, it's a sad birthday. Maybe you should just call me. Yeah, right. Honestly,